Hello, ICS2O folks. We're in our last phase of the SDLC, the maintenance phase, which for our purposes isn't going to um, entail us doing very much, but we do want to learn about this last phase. And I think it's probably for most programs the by far the longest phase. It's almost forever for some programs, and we'll talk about that in a moment. Um, but it says the reality most of the time, this is the note that you took earlier, and you can reference this if you'd like. Virtually no program ever written is 100% bug free. Or, you know, you find a bug in your program, if it's a big enough program, then you'll want to fix it somehow. And how you get your fixes out to the the public is an important process. And of course, you're probably familiar with some of uh, programs that like to update themselves. Um, Java is a great example. I just had the Java I'll show you my Java version. So they're always updating Java and either fixing bugs or adding new features or whatever. And we're, well, maybe it's not going to work. Doesn't matter. Um, or maybe it will. Java, about Java. Let's see. Oh, there it is. So notice this is version 8, update 45, build blah, 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 blah. And as you know, if you've used Windows, Java is constantly updating. So these are either fixes for bugs or new features or you know, dealing with new hardware. Java is a pretty big program, but I want to show you that almost all programs have some sort of version control. Good old iTunes, it automatically updates, and it won't really even allow you to use old versions. Very rarely. It really bugs you to use the newest version. And notice there's the version 12.1.2 for Windows. And part of the your assignment is to try and kind of figure out what those numbers mean. Here we've got our Google. These are, you know, release calendar. These are updates that are coming, and you know, Google is constantly upgrading what they have for the public to use. It's April 2015 when I'm making this video. I'm not sure when you're watching it, but um, one that we're is near and dear to our heart is Turing, right? So Turing, we see, you know, all these different versions, and the newest one, it says 4.1.2, unreleased version of Turing found when Holtsoft released the source code of Turing, still may be buggy. And so we can see sort of the higher numbers mean newer versions, but I'm going to allow you to sort of figure out exactly, or try and figure out what exactly those things are. There are a couple of websites for you to check out. A few questions to answer. As far as our programs, we're not going to release new versions necessarily, but if there are programs that you want to add features and don't want to wreck the good version that works, one thing you could do is you know, give your programs these numbers: 1.0, 1.1, you know, version 2.0 if it's a significant upgrade. Okay, that's all I wanted to say and show you a little bit about the maintenance step, and now there's a few questions for you to answer in the in your in doing some research.